Hello everybody and welcome back to the Disney Bartender. If you're new here, welcome! I am going through every single Disney movie and making a cocktail inspired by it. And today, in honor of Melody Time, we are making the Johnny Appleseed Martini. Now, I'm gonna level with you guys a little bit. This is my first time watching Melody Time, and honestly, I did not like it barely at all. Sorry if it's like one of your favorites. You know, we all have different opinions, but it was really hard for me to get through, especially Pecos Bill. I hate that man. I literally, when I watched it for the first time, I was like thinking of Pecos Bill. I was like, oh, this is so cool because it's the freaking restaurant at Magic Kingdom. I was like, I'm finally gonna get to know what it's about. I did not like Pecos Bill at all. He's racist, he's rude, and he freaking left his best friend Donkey for a woman. He is bad news in my book. I may never eat at his restaurant again. So anyway, despite that, it is the next one on our journey, even though I did skip Saludos Amigos, so I apologize. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about it and make the Johnny Appleseed Martini, and let's just start. As always, I do not represent the Walt Disney Company or the brand, and all of these recipes were created on my own time and by myself. Let's just talk about the movie. So there honestly were not a lot of facts or anything about this movie. It's, I feel like, one of the lesser known movies, which honestly I can understand why. The only parts I really liked about it were Mary Blair's artwork in I think it's Once Upon a Winter Time. That was like my favorite. But the faces of the characters are a little bit different. And yeah, the little tugboat one, I think it's called Little Toot, made me cry. It was so sad. So anyway, it was really hard to watch, but we're trekking along and heading into one of our last package films / anthology films, and yeah, I'm just ready to be onward past the package films. So Melody Time was released on May 27th, 1948, directed by Clyde Geronimi, Wilfred Jackson, Hamilton Lusk, and Jack Kinney, written by Winston Hibler, Erdman Penner, Harry Reeves, Homer Brightman, Ken Anderson, Ted Sears, Joe Rinaldi, Bill Cottrell, Art Scott, Jesse March, Bob Moore, and John Walbridge. Lots of names we've heard before. Produced by Walt Disney with a budget of $1.5 million, which eventually grossed $2.56 million in rentals. So as we've talked about before with the package films, these were films that were made during World War II. The reason for this was because the company had lower budgets to make their movies. They were being enlisted by the government to help them make different films for like propaganda uses. So yes, that's how we came into our package films, like Three Caballeros, which is probably my favorite of the package films, and Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, which is our next one, the last one we have to conquer. And anyway, yes, tough times for the Walt Disney Company and tough times for filmmaking in general. So the only little facts I have are that this was the last feature film to include Donald Duck and Jose Carioca until Who Framed Roger Rabbit came out in 1988. Also, when I was doing some research for this, I found out that this movie is called Melody Cocktail in France, and that just made me laugh, so I had to include that fun fact. And honestly, guys, that's like all the facts that I could find about this movie. I'm hoping that there's more for the next one, because that was kind of sad, but you know, it is what it is. I did say Mary Blair did the artwork for Once Upon a Wintertime, and also for Johnny Appleseed, which obviously is what we're inspired by today. So the reason why I went with the Apple Martini, obviously Johnny Appleseed, Apple Martini, it was an easy one, especially because I was not really inspired by anything else. The only thing I was slightly inspired by was the Bumblebee segment, so I was like doing a honey drink, but I'm actually saving that for when we get to Winnie the Pooh. I already have that drink planned out, so I was like, no, let's just go with the Apple Martini. I haven't done one yet, and it'll be a lot of fun. And also we did use the apple liqueur for the Pinocchio video, so if you are following along with me, you might still have it in your cabinet, so it'll save you one ingredient for sure. So apple martinis were invented by a bartender named Adam at West Hollywood Restaurant in 1996, and it was originally called an Adam's Apple Martini. I also like that because obviously this film was made in California, and they had the set with the Pecos Bill cast in California, so pretty cool that it's a California drink. I decided to use Tito's for this recipe because Tito's is made in Texas, like our annoying friend Pecos Bill. So So we are taking a little inspiration from Pecos Bill and using Tito's because I did need a vodka for this. And also it's a very popular American vodka, and Johnny Appleseed is another American like folklore or tale or whatever. So yes, going as American as possible with this drink. So Tito's is a corn-based vodka, which is made in Texas since 1995. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a drink. So let's go ahead and kick it. So what you're gonna need, this is probably like our simplest recipe we've done yet. You just need a vodka. Like I said, use Tito's because it's from Texas and kind of going with the theme. You're also gonna need an apple liqueur. This one is by the brand Charles Regnier, I believe. Sour apple snaps is what it's called, or schnapps. And then you're also going to need sour mix. This is the sweet and sour mix from Agalima. It was the only one that we could find. That is it, just those 3 ingredients and cherries for a garnish because I'm keeping this one very, very simple. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and fill up my shaker with ice. Okay, and the first thing that we are going to need is 2 ounces of Tito's. Sour apple martinis are another one of my favorite drinks. Our last video, we made a lemon drop martini, and that's probably my favorite, but sour apples are another one that I really enjoy if I am looking for something easy to get at a bar. They're super tasty, you can make them as sour or sweet as you like, so they really can work for anybody if you have more of like a sweet tooth. And if you don't like sour or sweet and you just want a mild drink, you could also just do this with apple juice and like tone it down a little bit. But I think that they are so delicious. Now we are going to pour in 1 ounce of the apple mix, or apple liqueur. And then we are also going to pour in 1 ounce of the sour mix. And like I said, this recipe, like pretty much all the recipes we do, of course, you can totally modify it to how you like. So if you want it more sour, you can add more sour mix. Oopsies. If you want it more sweet, you can add some simple syrup to it. But this is just like the most basic recipe. All right, let's shake her up. Ooh, I did arm day yesterday. That really hurts. And let's pour her out. Ta-da! She's so green and fresh. And literally, like I said, we're gonna keep it simple and use maraschino cherries. I have used fruit a few times, like in Fantasia and in Make My Music, to draw music notes on it. I didn't want to do that again, especially because if we did that with apples, they're gonna brown so quick unless we soak them in like apple cider vinegar. So my idea was with these cherries have the stem on them. Well, this pack that I got has the stem on them, and it kind of looks like a music note. So that's kind of my inspiration, is just to put a couple of these in there. You could even, if you wanted to, I might do this, put like a hole in the side or cut it in the side and put it on the side of the glass like a music note, and I think that would be really nice as well. Oh yeah, that looks really pretty. So I put one in the bottom and one on the side, and it looks so pretty. Cheers! All right, everybody, well, a quick one this week because, you know, there's not a lot to tell about this movie, but I hope that you enjoyed it nonetheless on our journey through the movies. And as you can probably guess, we have a little Halloween spooktacular coming this month, at the end of this month, for the adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, and I'm really, really excited for that one. So stay tuned, and I hope you all are having a magical, magical week, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye, guys. If you're new here, welcome.
He just cracked me up. He plays these dumb songs and the fucking I'm so sorry. Made me laugh, or you gotta show. South Park gun game? That's cool. So it's just